luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Yay.
Thank you.
Hey. So we're about to go and hello, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Share the Love Sundays. Happy New Year.
Yes.
We hope you've all had a great start to your 2021. If you're here, say hi in the chat. We'd love to see you. And we are sitting down today with the lovely Marie Francis. Hi, Marie.
Hello. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Okay, so if you're there, please feel free to say hi in the chat. What any questions you like for Marie or for us to ask, and we'll start off with the first one. Oh, hello, John. Thanks
Hi,
for joining.
Dad. Welcome.
Okay, Marie. So perhaps you can tell everyone why you started your YouTube channel, what it's all about, and when you started it.
All right. I actually started a few years back, maybe 2-3 years. I'm not really sure. But initially, I wanted it to be some sort of like a travel channel where I just put silent travel montage where because I love traveling. My mom and I also love traveling. That's kind of our bonding. And I wanted to show that on YouTube, but then I got busy. And when I started to when I got hired to become a cabin crew for a local airline, I got busy and stuff. So I stopped for quite some time. And then when we were in lockdown, just like the rest of the world, I said, I wanted to do something I've been meaning to do for quite some time now. And that's why I decided to go back on YouTube. Because funny story, because I follow this YouTuber called Stargirl the Practical Witch. She does tarot reading and stuff like that. And she did pick a card reading, and I chose this particular card. And she said, I know for those of you who are watching and who picked this card, I know you've been meaning to do something. Now is the time. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go back to YouTube.
That is brilliant. What a great story.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
And now I don't really post much travel videos anymore because of all the travel restrictions, and our country right now imposed new travel restrictions again because of the new COVID strain. And yeah, the travel videos have to wait for a while.
Yeah.
And so I'm just doing self-improvement, productivity videos. And I did in the past flight attendant videos, like what I do as a flight attendant, what our typical day looks like and stuff like that, what's in my bag and stuff like that. But then I got retrenched in August last year. And so I decided to go back to grad school, and I'm taking psychology, master's degree in psychology. And right now I'm currently doing psychology videos because that's what I'm studying. And that's what my channel is all about.
I love it. I love it how your channel has changed and evolved as you have been on your personal journey as well. You know, I think sometimes maybe there's a feeling like once you've chosen your niche, you kind of have to
stick with it rigidly.
Yeah,
but that
that's
obviously is
right.
not the case. And actually, Marie, quite the opposite, because I noticed that one of your videos went absolutely viral. Can you tell everybody what the video was about and why you think it went viral? And did it surprise you? And how did it change you?
That's a lot of questions.
I know. And it's such an exciting load of questions.
It is. It's really exciting. I want to hear about it too.
Enthusiasm. Yeah. That particular video was the retrenchment video. That's where I got retrenched. I told the story from my perspective, and to be honest, that I really didn't expect it to go viral. Viral in terms if you count, it's not like a lot of views, but compared to what I normally get, it's a lot.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we'd love that many views.
We'd like one of those viral videos with this amount of views.
Yeah, I actually, when I first saw it, because I just left it for a few hours, and then I went back on YouTube and saw the numbers go up, and I said, "Whoa!" But then I checked the comments, and they were all right. But then I noticed that I kind of drew flack. There were people who didn't like the video because I kind of guess because it was quite controversial. And I kind of gained some criticism from the people who stayed in the company.
Right.
Yeah. So it was, at first it was just some mean comments here and there, but then after a while it blew up in the airline and the community, and people were actually blatantly attacking me. And
my gosh.
Yeah, it was very traumatic for me, the way
it must have been
gosh,
so how did you deal with that, Marie? What did you do? I mean, you must have felt so overwhelmed with it all at first, and it was so unexpected to get that amount of success, but conversely that amount of negative feedback. What did you do?
I didn't log on Facebook for a while, and because every time I log in, it gave me panic attacks. And after that, I just talked to my really close friends, but I just realized that because I was getting a lot of mean comments, but actually they were just from one or two accounts.
Yes.
And the effort they took just to attack me. So but overall it didn't really, if you see the like and dislike rate, it still has more likes than the dislikes. So, and people were saying that I should do a public apology and stuff like that, but I was like, I was just sharing my story. I don't understand why people were so mad.
And I've seen that video, and I think you even say at the beginning, don't you, like, this is just my opinion, like if you disagree with it, that's fine, I'm just telling it from my perspective, you know. And I think we have to be allowed to do that, don't we? We have to be able to share our perspective, and you know, people need to take it how it is. It's just one person's opinion.
And lots of people could identify with that video too, and that, being in that predicament that you found yourself in.
Yeah. And it was just weird because they were attacking me because at first I said I spilled the tea, which I didn't understand also, because everything I said on that video, we're already on the news. We're on the local news about the retrenchment, how much people were retrenched, how much we were expecting to get and stuff like that. So I don't understand why they were attacking me because I was telling all these information when it was all in the news.
It's out there anyhow, so anyone could access it. So that's strange, isn't it?
Let's just do a quick check-in with the chat, because I can see Flower X Nista here and Torgy Bear 58 as well.
Hi guys,
welcome. Torgy Bear says, hey, how are you guys doing today? We're good, thanks, Jarrett.
Yes,
we're good. And Flower X and Nista, I'll come to your comment because I know you're only here for a few minutes. They say, hi everyone, just joining. I'll only be able to stay on for a few minutes, but I'm so sorry you had to experience that, Marie. The mean people are typically the loudest. They say, which video was it? What was the name of the video?
It's, flight attendants spills the tea on the Cebu Pacific cabin crew retrenchment. It's quite long title.
Yeah. I wonder if there's something because like you say, the information's out there anyway, but I wonder if there's something about, because you are just an individual, aren't you, at the end of the day? And I wonder if that's what made people feel like they were entitled to attack you, because you are, I mean this in a good way, like you're non-threatening, like it's not like they're attacking a news station or something like that, they're just attacking one woman, and it's like, well, it's easy, isn't it? If people are mean and they want to do that. And I wonder if that's why you experience extra backlash, because people wanted to vent their frustrations and you're an easy target.
Yeah, but when I was looking at the video, I tried to watch it again and again, and I think what also angered them is if they thought I was being sarcastic with the background music and all. I was trying to make it as humorous as I can, but it turned out to be sarcastic. So I kind of get where they're coming from.
Right.
Yeah.
It's hard to get the right tone with something like that, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, yeah. Flour, eggs, and yeast. Marie did produce her own video, and it went viral. I think it's got over 15,000 views.
I think it's more than that, isn't it? Like almost 30,000.
Is it? Oh, 28,000 views. So
and
so are you pleased you put that out? Obviously, it's had a really good effect on your channel, I presume, subscriber and viewer and watch time wise. Have you got any regrets, or if you had your time again, would you do it again?
I wouldn't say I regret doing it, but maybe I could have changed the tone a bit. But then again, I'm the person who doesn't like to regret what I did in the past. So yeah, I don't regret it.
No, well, you know, there's some
my opinion, and that's why I don't really see what I did wrong there. So yeah, it's all right for me. And as you mentioned, it really helped with my watch hours.
Yeah, they've done you a huge favor, haven't they? That's exactly it. You know, it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative for the watch time and views, you know, you take it, you know, you get all those extra comments, which all help. So, yeah.
And unfortunately, it always is like those slightly controversial videos. Like we've found that on our channel, like if we do something, we don't do a lot of controversial stuff at all, but you know, if we put an opinion out there that maybe people disagree with, that always increases the views, doesn't it? So I think people like to have a little bit of,
I think it makes it a little bit more interesting sometimes, doesn't it? I mean, as long as you're not, you know, you don't put stuff out there which is, you know, completely negative or
harming other people.
Harmful to others, you know. But just expressing how you feel about something in that way should not elicit so much hate. And I think we've got some replies in the chat about that.
Torgy Bear says, always hate people that are negative like that. I know, I know. And Florence and Lee say, oh, just need more coffee. Yeah, we're with you. And Dad says, sometimes it's very hard to see why people are getting upset about something. Sometimes it's quite bizarre.
Yes. Maybe they were a little bit jealous of you doing that. Maybe they felt, you know, a little bit maybe hurt or jealous, or I don't know. It's hard to know, isn't it, what goes on in people's minds.
But there were also people who messaged me who also got retrenched, thanking me for speaking up.
Exactly.
So that made me feel good because, you know, I felt like I stood up for something that people are also afraid to talk about. So yeah.
And I'm sure, you know, even like outside of like airlines and stuff, a lot of people are experiencing similar things like job insecurity and stuff. So, you know, I think it is important to talk about these things as well. You know, it's something that a lot of people are experiencing and going through, and we shouldn't be afraid to speak about it, I don't think.
Well, that's true. And what's funny is, because that's the most viral video I have, but the next most viewed video is what to do after you lost your job. The next, I think it has around 15,000 views.
Oh, that's the one I saw 15,000 on. Yeah. Well, it impacts so many people, doesn't it? At the moment, you know.
And that's where because I got like backlash for the previous video. So the next video, I wanted it to be more positive, more encouraging. So I guess it worked.
Good.
Yeah, good for
That's
you.
A great thought. Yeah.
Because you know, the tendency is to get when you get so much backlash is to really hide and not confront it and just keep really quiet. But good for you for actually putting out another video and actually, you know, thinking about it. Think, no, I'm going to have a more positive tone this time, and you know, have a kind of a part two to it. So I think that, you know, kudos to you for doing that. Do you think what happened to you, you know, that you lost your job, do you think in a way it was a blessing in disguise?
Oh, definitely. I always tell that to my friends. It's this retrenchment was a blessing in disguise for me, because I got a new job, which the schedule isn't erratic anymore. So I get to spend Christmas and all of the other holidays with my family and at home, unlike before. So yeah, that's something I'm grateful for. And now that I got retrenched and I have a regular scheduled job, I went back to grad school. So that's, I guess, the biggest blessing for me, going back to grad school with my fixed schedule now. Because before, when I was with the airline, the schedule is really erratic. One day you have a very early morning flight, the next day you have a red eye flight. So yeah, at least my sleep schedule is now balanced.
Yes, yeah.
That's good. And it's allowed you to take your channel in such an interesting direction now, with all of the, you know, like you say, like the psychology side of things.
Yeah.
Because it must be hard, like we've kind of like talked a little bit about, what if a video goes crazy? Do we then have to produce that same content for, you know, potential new subscribers and, you know, to keep them interested? But you've kind of just allowed it to go with the flow a little bit, haven't you?
Yeah, and people were all my other YouTube friends were also saying, although you got negative backlash, you know, you have to strike the iron while it's hot.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's right.
There are still views. The views are still, the traffic is still coming. So just produce more, so you'll get monetized in no time.
Perfect. We've got some things going on in the chat.
Oh, Florex, and he said, okay, so I left for a minute to watch that video. I think it was very, very, very well done. And you did a great job articulating it. It was your own experience. Thank you for that, Florex and Use. And they're heading out now. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Have a good day. Thank you for coming along.
And Dr. Severin Bryan is here.
Oh, hi,
Severin. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming.
Oh, and hi, Rog.
Oh, we missed Rog. Hello,
Rog.
Sorry. Thanks for coming.
Yes. Okay. So, when you're preparing your videos, how does your psychology qualification and ongoing studies, how does that help you prepare your videos for your channel?
Actually, that's something I'm working on right now, because I don't have, like what I said in one of my videos earlier, like I think it was I went back to grad school video. I don't really have, unlike before where it's just I really did have a niche, like, because right now I want all my videos to be about self-improvement, productivity, and and before it was just my video topics were all over the place. So right now I think it's kind of harder for me to produce and videos and to think about what my next topic will be. But to answer that question, I have whatever, because my classes are only every Saturday, so whatever topic we're quite touching on, I try to get the best topics that I can and try to make it a video, convert it to a video.
That's a great idea, because it not only helps your channel, Marie, but it also must help your studies, because you're doing
exactly
research. Good.
Can you show them your YouTube videos as part of your qualification?
Yeah, and we have a group chat. My classmates and I, we have a group chat, and I tell them, hey, I have a new video that's up, you can probably watch it, but I can also promote it with my classmates.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. I think that combination, you sort of, you know, so there must be a lot of work, you know, studying for your qualification, your further qualification. So why not make the most of that and actually use that timed to actually hit both.
Yeah, and I think it makes you more credible as well on YouTube, because a lot of people do the self-improvement thing and do it incredibly well. But to say you're actually getting this information from your studies kind of gives you a little edge, doesn't it?
Yeah. But I have to say that it might bore some people also, because I've when I look at the analytics, the videos, the most recent videos where I apply psychology and all, where I apply teachings from of Sigmund Freud and stuff like that, it doesn't get a lot of views, but this is where I find myself very happy than like producing stuff that is really irrelevant to my channel. Because I remember before, when I don't have a video for Monday, I would just put out super random stuff. Like I remember putting up a Blackpink video because I don't have anything in mind anymore. But now at least I have some sort of direction. And although it doesn't get a lot of views compared to my other previous ones, but at least it makes me happier. It makes me more fulfilled in a way.
Good.
Well, that's so important. And what about the responses you get to these new videos, Marie? Have you had many responses thinking, you know, that these have actually helped people, or they've tried what you suggested, or they've taken some of the content, you know, and used it themselves?
Yeah. When I read comments like this was helpful, or it helped me with my journey and knowing myself, getting to know myself better and improving myself, that really makes me flattered, because this is exactly why I'm doing these videos, to help people. And when I know that I've helped even just one person with my video, it really makes my day.
Oh,
that's perfect.
I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Torgy Bear says, it's nice to see that your studies have helped with the channel. May I ask, what is the most challenging thing when utilizing it?
Sorry, what was that? I didn't quite get that.
He says, what is the most challenging thing when utilizing it? I suppose when using your studies to make YouTube videos, what's challenging about that?
I guess the most challenging thing is when you try to make it as interesting as possible to the viewers, because of course you don't want to bore the viewers as well. So I try to, I think in the editing, that's the most challenging part, because you have to really tight shot, I don't know how you call it, but like really make it interesting. So you have to really cut out the dull moments, the empty spaces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it had you, because sometimes I can go on and talk about things. You know, like it can get
we know
30 minutes. Yeah.
There's always a lot of material.
But you know, you don't want to bore your viewers, and like you don't also want to overwhelm them when you upload the video and it says 30 minutes. So I try to cut it to 10 minutes. Or 10 minutes, but sometimes I exceed. But what can I do? I talk a lot.
Yeah, pacing is really important.
I think that's the most challenging thing.
Yeah.
Do you sometimes find it difficult to have a different angle on it? So you say you've got a subject, you know, how to kind of give that a different angle, you know, or give it a kind of like a niche thing. Is that must be difficult too, finding perhaps a new way to come up with this topic, or a different way, or a very way that's kind of you?
I would say, it is very challenging, because, you know, a lot of people are also doing these psychology videos. And one thing you have to take into consideration is that a lot of people are doing this. So what can I do to help me stand out?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the most challenging part. So that's why I also try to inject humor here and there, puns here and there.
Oh, we love a good pun.
Oh, we do.
Yeah. I know. I can tell from your channel, from your video.
Fantastic.
God, don't start.
No, I'll stop.
No.
Don't worry, everybody. Don't leave, please.
I especially enjoy your shorts videos where
sure,
you have like
yeah, so much fun doing that.
jokes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was a good laugh. Wasn't
Yeah, it was a
we
good
got
laugh.
a few funny lips when we were out and about.
Definitely.
Yeah, we were just outside Lucy's apartment here, so Lucy appearing in all these different shorts, and then me filming a close up on her backside, which was a bit weird.
Love
Anyhow.
behind the scenes inside.
Yes, quite. Oh, Lucy, why don't we just mention who we've got on our channel next week?
Because
quickly?
he's here.
He's here.
Talkie Bear says puns are the best, and he is actually our guest next week.
Yeah.
At the same time. And for anyone who doesn't know him, he has a gaming channel, but he also does things like like food reviews and things like that, and he does like reaction videos.
Yeah.
And he's just brilliant. So,
so
if anyone's free next
watch
week,
Toggy Bear next week. We can't wait to chat with him. Oh, and Tony's joined the
hi
chat.
Tony.
Hi Tony from
Welcome.
TT Bagger.
We're good, thank you. He says, hi everyone, how are you?
Well, thank you for
very
joining
well.
us.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah. Okay, so that's next week. So what was I going to ask you now? Right, get back in. Have you had any sort of funny moments when filming?
Like us.
Yeah, like what we just mentioned with our hashtag shorts.
Yeah, a lot, especially when I because I tend to speak speak fast sometimes. I get to jumble the words, and when I edit it, I laugh. I look crazier when I'm editing, because sometimes I get so stressed and like I get mad, and then when I see a blooper, I laugh.
I know, and then it's like, oh, should I leave that in? Would other people find that funny? Or is that just me?
Yeah.
No, the weirdest things that will crack you up, don't they, when you're watching it back, and you think, what is it, just our weird sense of humor, or is this worth leaving in?
Yeah.
I think
And
Lucy's
also,
policy is if in doubt, leave it in. Sorry, Marie.
Also, I don't know if it's just me, but when I'm editing it, the video looks all right, but when I watch it, when it's already live, when it's already published, I don't like looking at myself anymore.
I know. This is the worst bit about these lives, because you can see yourself as you're talking. You try not to look.
Yeah.
I know. Well, don't go, but I'm having a bit of a bad.
Yeah. And when you watch it again, like the more you watch it, the more your voice gets irritated.
Oh, I know. You can understand why occasionally people say that about us.
They do.
Yes.
Yeah. Surely not. Us irritating.
I know. Gosh, yeah. Okay, so Marie, what would you say is the most valuable or profound part of your YouTube journey? You say you started it 2 or 3 years ago, and you've obviously had a really sort of different journey, lots of changes. What have you learned most of all, do you think, through that journey that you'd like to share with us and other YouTubers?
I think with growing this channel, where it from a travel channel to a very random channel to a more specific one, to a more specific niche, I think what I learned is that as a person you evolve, so does your channel. And with this whole YouTube journey, what I learned, especially recently, is that the views, the comments, the metrics don't matter. What really matters, if you want to do this long term, is that you build a community, like you guys. I really admire how you built your community with a lot of different people with different genres or different niche, and that's what I also want to do, as opposed to just having a lot of people commenting and then just leaving you, because that's what I noticed from when I was posting a lot of different random stuff. A lot of people come to the videos and comment like, oh, great video, I subscribed, I hope you do the same. And like after a while I don't see them anymore. But yeah, and as opposed to like having you guys and like other people in the community on my channel, I appreciate it more because you build friendships, not just like fake subscribers.
Yes.
Because for me, it's really important to grow your channel, to grow your community, than just ranking up the metrics, because that people actually look forward to your videos, and that that your videos help other people too. Because every time, one thing before I film my videos, I always pray, and like to I pray that the Lord guides me on what I'm going to say, and that the thing that I really pray for is that this video I'm about to film, please help me make it, please make me an instrument to help other people who need this video.
That's wonderful. That's so lovely.
Yeah, that's such a generous thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Rather than be like, please make this video go well because I want to, boost my channel or something like that. Like to actually pray that it helps others is such a generous thing.
Absolutely.
And like so free of ego. It's lovely.
Yes, that's really refreshing to hear, Marie. Yeah, that is really awesome. And I think Dr. Severin has got a message in the chat.
Oh yeah, Dr. Severin says, I do mostly lives and I'm passionate about my content, but when I watch myself, I'm always thinking that I could add something else or say it another way.
Yes.
It's hard with these lives, isn't it? Because you have the moment and then it's gone.
Yes, indeed.
And you think about it after and you're like, oh, that's what I could have said or done. Yeah, I kind of hear you with that, Dr. Severin. It's difficult, and you just have to try and remember to get it in a future video, maybe.
I know.
Or add something in the description. But yeah, I think that's the nature of these lives.
I mean, yes, if you make a video and you've completed it and you've edited it and posted it, at least you could do a part 2 to it if you then think of something else you wish you'd said.
And we have actually got back into the same clothes and pretended it's the same day because we're like, oh, we should have said this.
Yes, we have done that. Yeah, and we just hope nobody notices that things might be a little bit suddenly things we've missed, something in our background is different, so it does get to you. You think, oh, I just wish I'd said that,
Yeah, and Dr. Severin's just gone on to say, same here on community. Instead of just adding subs, love that perspective, praying for guidance. It's really lovely, Marie. It really is.
Yes, indeed. Yes. And I mean, because, the sort of channel you've got, you are really reaching out to people and trying to help them, not just with problems, but with goal setting and, lifestyle. And going on from that, you recently did a New Year's resolutions video. What goals for your channel? I always ask your personal goals, but what goals for your channel did you have? And do you think it's important that we do set a goal at the beginning of a new year, or goals? And how do we keep on track with that?
For me, because the goal I set for myself is, before, when I started doing YouTube around May last year, when I started doing YouTube again and taking it seriously, I said I would upload every Monday. And true enough, I did not miss a single Monday without uploading anything. But now I said, I assessed myself, the channel itself also. I assessed it and I said, you know what, I don't want to pressure myself anymore to put out content every Monday, because I also noticed that if, for example, it's already Friday, I don't have content yet, I kind of cram it and the outcome isn't what I want it to be. So I said, I'm gonna choose quality over quantity this time. So that's my goal for this year. Like I have to do the research more, because sometimes when it's crammed, you just say random facts.
Yeah, you think, oh, I can wing it. Well, we often do.
Yeah.
Oh, we can wing that.
Yeah. We'll just do something about shorts or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I have also put out some shorts here and there, but I said that this year I really want my channel to be more to be really to have a target audience, and to really help out people, not just like random shorts where I post like BTS or Blackpink clips that is irrelevant. I mean, I actually have another channel for my K-pop stuff, so I said I'm not gonna mix those two anymore. So this one is really for my psychology and self-improvement and productivity videos. So I said, if I'm not ready yet, and I know that the content and what the message isn't there yet, I'm not gonna try to force it, you know.
Yes.
So that's my goal for this year. Be more better, produce more better content for the viewers.
Yes, I like that you went back to last year and reviewed what you did. I saw Dr. Severin has done a similar video where you look back and you take what you did before on board before, going ahead with your goals for the following year.
It is important to assess and evaluate, and I think that's something we need to do soon.
And why are you looking at me?
No, I'm just saying if you agree, because we haven't really spoken about it. You might be like, no, we don't need to assess.
Just go with the flow. But I think it's a good idea.
Because your channel is very it has a general theme, and I love it because you incorporate that theme into all your videos, even your shorts.
We try,
that's what I love about your channel.
And that it's kind of nice because it's allowed us to kind of do the type of videos we feel like doing. We don't just have to do one type of video. We can kind of do any type of video that we want. As long as we get something British or American in there.
Actually, guys, we've got one coming out on Tuesday, where we haven't gone before. We have been challenged by Paul Perry, and we have got a wrestling video. And it has got a theme in it. But we're doing a wrestling video, wrestling with the Brit Girls. So out on Tuesday.
And it's not just us fighting. There's like other things in there as well to make it fun.
So
looking forward to it.
Thank you.
But thank you for saying that, because that's really nice.
Yes, actually. It is. Very nice. Thank you. It is difficult, this thing about niching down, and we've talked about it before. We do try and stay in our theme, but it's hard because sometimes you go too far one way and you think, well, is this really what we're about? And you have to sort of bring it in a bit more so that you have a general theme going on. But but on the other hand, you want a bit of variety in our sort of channel. So it is
this niche thing is tough. So people kind of make requests of you. I know that you did a request. Didn't people ask you to like do the airline announcement or something like that? But you must have got a lot of requests after doing your viral video. And then do you feel like any pressure to do what people say?
Not really, because that airline video, the airline announcement video, which was requested by the viewers and also people on Instagram who follow me. So I did have fun filming that, because that was actually my favorite part in my job before doing the announcements.
I would like that too, I think.
I'm sure you would, Lucy.
So that's I liked it, but when I ask people to like suggest what they want to see next on the channel, I really mean that, because I want people to know what they really want. So when people request some stuff, I don't feel pressured, because if I don't like to do it, I won't do it.
Yeah.
So So far all the requests are doable and I like it. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we've had some odd things requested of us.
We had some very odd things, some of which we've actually done.
Like
some of it we've just ignored.
Yeah, and hope it goes away. Yeah, yeah, we've had some strange ones, haven't we? Which we won't go into now.
I just saw, thank you, Dr. Severin. Dr. Severin says, don't forget to thumbs up while watching. Thank you for saying that. And if you don't mind, people who are watching this video right now, if you're watching the replay, giving it a like, it really does help us out.
Yes, thank you. And if you haven't done so already, please check out Marie Francis, her channel, and there is a link in the description to that too. So please check her out if you haven't done so already. So what are your sort of short-term and long-term goals for your channel, Marie?
Short-term goals, I actually don't have short-term goals right now, just long-term goals. I really want to build a solid community.
Yeah.
And where I really want this channel to grow and evolve into a channel where people go to when they need advice or when they're feeling down and stuff like that. So basically, I just really want to help people as much as I can in the way that I know.
Yes.
So that's what I can say my long-term goal. But I guess my short-term goal would be, I just thought of it now, would be to get more. I hope I get like, because I monetize now. I hope to get more people watching my ads so I can get a better camera.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Yeah. So what have you bought and what do you need?
I haven't bought anything yet because I actually yeah, and I didn't the past few months I didn't, because it's my first month being monetized. I didn't get a lot.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I did get a lot, but I'm still grateful for, because it's still passive income. But when I think that's the short-term goal, if I get a certain amount from it already, hopefully I can save up to get better equipment.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
Yeah.
My camera right now is just my phone.
Right.
Yeah, we started with an iPad. Yeah, we did too, and then we saved hard, didn't we?
We did for our camera and other pieces of equipment we just bought, along the way, because it is difficult because, I think that's probably one of the things that stops people starting out on YouTube is that they feel they have to have all the best new equipment before starting, but actually really you only need a phone or an iPad.
Yeah, I mean, you've proven that, haven't you?
Exactly. And then, and make sure the sound is good, I would say, is the most important thing.
Yeah.
I also need to invest on good equipment for the audio, because my audio sometimes I actually bought a really cheap one on the internet. It's like less than $1, I guess. So but it's really, the quality is bad, so I'm not using it anymore.
Oh
no.
So yeah, hopefully if I get to I get to save more, I can buy better equipment.
Yeah,
it'll come. Yeah,
hopefully.
Yeah, it does take a while, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I just want to ask you, because like you say, you just got monetized. Congratulations, awesome.
Yes.
In case anyone in the chat is wondering a bit about monetization, like how it works on YouTube, are you able to just like explain just briefly like what that means and like how you make money on YouTube?
Well, because I'm not really familiar with how the monetization thing works yet, but I
It's
know.
complicated, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Because people are telling me you have to really watch the ads, but sometimes I get 30-minute ads for a 12-minute video. So it's
Wow.
It's
I
so
know.
long.
Wow.
I know. So it's quite frustrating because my video is only 12 minutes, but the ads are 30 minutes long. So
Wow. That is frustrating, and that can put people off, can't it? Because I know, when you're watching something, and I hate it. I know, it's what it is. But I hate it, like you're watching something and suddenly this ad will come up, and then you just get into again, and another one will come up. And you think, and I wonder how many viewers actually do switch off at that point.
Yeah, I don't know.
A lot.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
honestly,
I'm sure
I also see that long, that ad, that long 30-minute ad, I'm just gonna skip it. But
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't know if it's true. They say that at least if a viewer at least watches at least 13 seconds of the video, it counts, but I'm not really sure.
No, there's also conflicting stuff out there on the internet, isn't there, as to what counts, what doesn't. It's not really clear, really. If you're getting the right information when you Google it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have to let it take its course, and I'm sure it'll build, like, as you say, as you grow your community, hopefully YouTube will put on like relevant adverts that appeal to people. I think that's the thing as well, isn't it? Like, if it's an advert that appeals to you, you're probably going to watch more, rather than you're watching one of your psychology videos and then an advert for shoes or something comes on. I mean, I'd be interested. For example.
But what's frustrating is sometimes the ads, the 30-minute ads, are also YouTube videos from more popular YouTubers. I think they're paying YouTube to like push their content and put it as ads.
It's
kind of annoying.
That's strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
You already have
you guys have enough
following.
views.
I know.
Right. Channel. That is a bit much.
Yeah.
Talkie Bear has a question. He says, "Man, that all sounds so complicated." Yes. Due to the ads they put on your video relate to, oh, hang on, I think that's meant to be, do ads they put on your video relate to what you're doing, or is it just something random? Have you noticed if there's a trend?
They're pretty random. like sometimes I get an ad from a detergent. The next day I have, like, when I view it, the next time I view it, it's
I think we
app and then the next time I get another milk or something.
Right. So that's of the same videos, so they don't just think, oh, that video will just always use that ad on, and this video will use this ad. It can change for the video and for the viewer who's watching.
And like the time as well, like just recently, obviously with like the election here in America, I noticed all my adverts were about the election and not much else. And then with Christmas, it was suddenly all Tiffany's. And so it kind of changes with the seasons as well, doesn't it?
Do you think it's because of the viewer as well?
It might be,
not just the channel.
It might be like if you've watched something before, they might give it to you again.
So if you happen to watch something, either you intend to or by mistake on Facebook, then you're inundated with the same adverts, and you go, every other post is an advert, and I'm thinking, oh God, I didn't even mean to go. I clicked on that by mistake, and now I've just got reams of this stuff that I'm not interested in. How did that happen?
Same with the YouTube recommendations.
I didn't want to see that. Couldn't you tell? That was a mistake.
They should have a button you can press that.
Oops button. Just like, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Or a thumbs up if I did. For sure. It's very annoying, that part of things. So don't forget in the chat, if you've got a question for Marie, that would be wonderful. Oh yeah, I know what I was going to ask you.
I've just seen Wednesday One's here.
Oh, hi Wednesday One.
Hi.
Thank you for coming along.
Welcome. Wednesday One says the ads are normally aimed at the viewer. Yes.
Ah, that's right. So I was sort of right.
Yes.
Yes,
No.
I did wonder that.
If you do like watch an advert on something else, it's probably going to give you something similar.
Oh, hence you got the Tiffany one.
Hence I got the
Yeah.
Know what I want for Christmas.
Was it wishful thinking?
Probably
Yeah.
was. Yeah. Oh, Dr. Severin says, I have to go, but I enjoyed this. Happy New Year and best wishes to all. Thank you so much, Dr. Severin.
Thank you for coming along.
Happy
we really
New
appreciate
Year.
it. Yes, Happy New Year to you. Yes, lovely. And yeah, so what was I going to say? So what are your other interests outside of YouTube? Have you got time for any other interests?
Well, right now, most of the time I just do YouTube right now, and well, for my other interests, I'm doing my grad school, doing my psychology grad school studies again. So I'm thinking of my well, journaling. That I would say that's my other interest. If I have time, I would. But that's actually one of my New Year's resolutions. I want to journal more. Like I want to find the time to really carve out the time to really just journal and write down the things that happened throughout the day, and it kind of helps me keep sane as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the things that's been going on with, you know, the pandemic and now the new strain. So it's quite overwhelming.
Yeah.
I try to also journal.
I used to journal for a long time, many years, and then for some reason I just stopped. And I do think sometimes I should pick it back up, because you're right, it does help you kind of reduces like any anxiety feelings, because I think you're sorting out your thoughts and feelings.
When the process of writing it down actually helps, doesn't it? It kind of offloads from your mind.
You realize things that you didn't know. Oh, that's why I'm feeling that way, or like you know, because you get to a point where you kind of understand. Oh, that.
It's a good tool for self-discovery, I would say.
Yes. Do you find when you read back, so say you go into last year's or a few years ago, do you find it quite illuminating when you read back, or do you not read back so much? Do you feel, oh my God, I can't believe I felt like that? I can't remember that.
I actually always go back to my journals, because when I want to get to know myself more, I try to read my older entries, because that helps. Like, it makes you realize that, I've come a lot. Like, wait, let me get a journal. One of my journals, because I have like journaling prompts, and I have this here. It's like, it's every, I'm not sure if you can see it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Every new year, or like there's a major change in my life, I have this new chapter, new beginnings, or journaling prompt, where I have this it says, know your priorities, know what's most important to you, and how well you're dealing with these aspects of your life. So I have here self-care, I have relationships, and then career and spirituality. That's where here I kind of like assess how I'm doing with self-care. And for example, here for it says it's a smiley face for drinking water. It means I'm all right with the drinking water habit. But here it's a sad face for eating healthy. So that means I have
I love water with my burger.
That means I have to take more time to eat healthy. That's kind of like how I assess myself. And yeah, that's why I tend to always go back to my older journals to.
Oh, that's interesting, because it's so easy to forget, isn't it, how you were feeling, you know, a year ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago, you know, you think you remember, but memory is strange. It's either sort of very rose-colored and, you know, you remember all the good bits, or you get a bit negative and you remember all the bad bits. And, you know, it's difficult to remember actually how you feel, you know, at that, how you felt at that particular time, and how your journey has gone, which is really interesting.
And I like that it helps you monitor and like assess yourself as well.
You know,
because it's very easy to forget. Like, I'm like, oh, I've already moved on from yesterday. I forgot that I wasn't very healthy or whatever. And it's nice to remind yourself, okay, today I can do better.
One thing that I did when my daughters were born is that I wrote a journal, a baby diary. And I, you know, I don't know how I got the time. Obviously I was young and had so much energy in those days, but I used to write in it every day, you know, what they did, you know, the stages they went through, but how I felt, how, you know, their first smile and what they did, and which toys they liked, and, you know, what they ate, and I did all sorts of little fun things, you know, because I thought, well, I'm going to forget this. They're not going to even remember it because they were like 0 to 1. And then when they were, how old was it when you were? Was it when I came to America? I presented it to you.
I think I was like 18. I had no idea she did that.
No, I kept it a secret from them because I thought, well, you know, I would have loved that if I had received that as an adult.
Nice.
So there's lots
how
of
did
reasons.
you feel about it? Like writing on a journal, did you feel good about it? Like,
I did. I kind of from the perspective of remembering things, and I kind of, I'm really into family history and into family photography, and, you know, preserving memories. So that was kind of my angle too. So I wanted something to hand down, and something that the girls would hopefully treasure, and, you know, and it's kind of a chronicle of their first year of life. And so from that perspective, but, you know, from a young teenager, I always wrote a journal too. And they're in my parents' loft, so I'll have to get them down. I mean, I can't imagine what sort of things I said back then. Hope nobody else reads them. Hopefully they're not too graphic.
It's interesting though, because like you can journal, like, and presumably it was for you too, Mum, but you can journal for yourself, but you actually journaled for others, really, didn't you?
I did at that point. Yes, I did. Yes.
Which is kind of different, isn't it? Different kind of take on it.
Yes. I just think those things are important because, you know, I sort of talked about my feelings and, you know, how they felt about things. So I think, you know, it's nice to preserve those memories. As I said.
Definitely.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get it out and read it now.
I was gonna say, I think she's hit it.
I haven't seen it for a while. It's probably, you know, gathering dust under the bed or something.
Stash it on a shelf, don't worry. Perhaps have to do an episode.
Oh, yeah. Do you use your journal for your videos at all in any way, Marie?
Yeah, actually I did, when I turned 27 last August, I did a video on 27 things I learned before I turned 27 or something like that. Yeah, and most of the stuff there were from my journals. So,
nice.
Yeah, but unfortunately it got deleted.
Oh no!
Yeah, because I was arranging the playlists and I was just about to remove it from a playlist, but then it got deleted. So
no, that's annoying.
Oh, you have to do another one when you turn 28.
Yeah. I won't be doing that because that'll be too long, the video.
We don't have time for that.
I don't have time for all that. No. God, that would be a long one. It'd be like a saga.
Yeah.
Anyhow, moving on. Okay.
Brilliant. Well, if you have a question for Marie before we say goodbye today, then pop it in the chat now. That would be a good time to do that. Just a reminder, if you haven't liked, then that would be wonderful too. We do appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
And you've kind of answered our final question, Marie. We always ask the same question at the end, and I think you've kind of answered it, but just to clarify,
Hi, KG. Sorry.
Oh,
We're on our final question, but if you've got a question for Marie, that would be wonderful. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thanks for coming, KG. Nice to see you. Yeah, our final question is, if you could take everything that you have learned on your YouTube journey, going viral, changing your niche, everything, and boil it down into one piece of advice for someone who's maybe just starting a YouTube channel or someone who has a small YouTube channel, what advice would you give someone as they begin their journey?
For someone who's beginning their journey on YouTube, I would say just don't feel discouraged when you feel like you've put a lot of effort into making videos and no one's watching it. I know one day someone will watch it and your videos will be watched by other people. And you can start actually with your friends. But for my general advice for all other small YouTubers, I guess, is try to concentrate on building your community. And from there, your channel will grow.
Love that. Yeah, you have to find kind of your people, don't you? Like you were saying, Marie, like maybe some of your newer videos aren't getting as many views as some of your other videos that you were doing, but when you find your community, which is going to happen very soon, I just know, then they're going to want to watch these videos, they're going to want to watch this content. You have to kind of play a long game with YouTube, don't you?
Yes.
And like, to be honest, like you say, like it's so easy to forget that when you put something out and you see like, 3 views. It's like, thank you, 3 people.
Yes.
One of them was definitely my husband. But yeah, it's a long game. It's definitely not like a get famous quick or a get rich quick thing.
Yes.
Unless it is, which it is for some people, but usually it's not.
It is, but it is the journey, isn't it? It is important, and connecting with people, and you know, you can't expect in anything unless you're extremely lucky, you know, huge success overnight. You know, it doesn't usually happen that way. And then how do you maintain that? That would be a huge burden, I think. If you just did one video and it went viral, how do you keep that level going?
Yeah, that's right. It's nice to have a build.
Yeah.
Oh, KG has a nice message. He says, "Lol, yes, I would just like to say I shall check out the full video once done."
Oh, bless you.
Thank you. But I would just like to say, Brit Girls, you always have the best guests. So I shall learn about you and check you out. Much love. I think that's about you there, Marie.
Yes,
nice to meet you, Marie, he says.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, if you're watching this, you haven't seen Marie's channel yet, do check her out. It's lovely content and really inspiring stuff.
Yes.
And yeah, if anyone doesn't know, we're huge fans, if that's not coming across.
We should be wearing a We Love Marie t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for coming along in the chat. We do appreciate you contributing, and thank you for watching. Thank you for watching live. Thank you for watching in the future, and thank you, most of you, Marie, for coming along and joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's my first time doing live, and I was really nervous. I was telling I was telling Julie before we went live that I'm really nervous. As you probably can tell, I'm really nervous, but because you're great hosts, so it kind of I felt quite comfortable after a while.
So thank you so much. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. That's
lovely to hear.
Yes.
Don't worry, we get nervous every week.
We do. We do.
Really? Still.
Honestly, it's very normal. And I don't think anyone would be able to tell at all.
No, definitely not. No.
Yeah. Oh, Torgy Bear says, you are very welcome. What a lovely interview. Have a wonderful day. Yes, everyone, don't forget to come back next week for Torgy Bear's interview. We're so excited for that.
Yes.
And Roger says goodbye. So I guess on that
great show.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Sunday.
Bye.